Aloha kako, welcome. My name is James Hustace and I serve as Hawaii County Council Member for District 9, representing the communities of North and South Kohala. Just here to provide a few new updates since our last chat. Last week, wow, what a week. A lot of events going on. And of course, we had the tsunami evacuation event Tuesday evening. With all of that, it was interesting to see behind the scenes of a lot of the work that the county does and the state partners. There's always room for improvement, so I welcome any feedback and any things that you've experienced during your time during that event. And of course, I want to mahalo all the community partners that facilitated those community shelters, as well as participating in the process of helping a lot of community members. Big shout out and mahalo to the Waikoloa School with Principal Michelle Barber and the team there. Also want to mahalo Hawaii Preparatory Academy and Parker School, Mana Christian Ohana, the Kohala Town Hall, for welcoming people into your spaces and opening your doors to all the community and people that were in need. Big mahalo to a lot of our county partners with our CERT teams, police, fire, Department of Public Works, our Parks and Rec team, and all the community partners and all the community volunteers that stepped forward. And of course, our business community that stayed open late that evening, and everyone who opened their homes and their spaces to people that were in need and really welcomed everyone open arms. So want to mahalo everyone for stepping forward and being a part of this big conversation and big community effort. So thank you very much. There were also some good conversations and discussions last week. One being a presentation by Hawaii Wildfire Management Organization on building wildfire resilient communities and opportunities that we ourselves can do in our own homes to improve our houses to be more fire resilient. There was also an interesting presentation by Department of Transportation with regard to their energy security and waste reduction plan. Really some interesting thoughts on how we need to reduce our dependency on those imported fuels, especially in our transportation sector, and of course the infrastructure need for electrification of vehicles in our communities. Over the weekend, there was a number of events grateful to participate in and be a part of. One being the Pu'unui Playground build and the volunteer work happening that day. Grateful to all the volunteers, community volunteers that stepped forward, really bringing this space back online to the community. There's been some ongoing work with a contractor there and some more community work to be done to really finalize that area. But it was really great to jump in, lend a hand for a little bit. That space is nearing completion. A little bit more to do there. This week's going to be seeing some big project there with a concrete effort. And then jumping over to the Hulu Holo Holo event with the Hulu Street evacuation, really supporting the community volunteers there. Mahalo to Civil Defense, Department of Public Works, Fire, to really be in that space in our police department to direct traffic at the bottom of the Hulu Street evacuation road. But really providing this, multiple opportunities every year for community to familiarize themselves with this route and know that's an attribute of the community there. And then on Sunday, yesterday, it was grateful to be a part of, amidst Kamakani. It was a beautiful ceremony and a gathering of the homesteading community as they continue to make strides in providing a future for the Hawaiian community here in the greater Waimea area. Grateful to participate and welcome in that next phase for those community lands. So mahalo for your efforts there. Looking at this week a little bit, we are on a council and committee week. We'll be in Hilo for a couple days. Some things to be on things that are on the agenda. Bringing Bill 71 forward. Myself, co-sponsored with Cherry Naba. Bill 71 is requiring naloxone or Narcan, as a lot of you might know it, in our bars across the county. This is a life-saving opioid overdose reversal medication. So this is really about public health and overall community safety. So looking forward to bringing that, having that conversation tomorrow at committee. We're also still having those ongoing discussions about a couple possible charter amendments relating to the Department of Public Works and a possible creation of a building department. So some efforts there, co-sponsored myself and Councilmember Kirkowitz, to have those conversations at council. Welcome your feedback on those efforts. And of course, we're having some ongoing discussion about zoning regulations for our meeting facilities, as well as a regulation on feeding feral animals on county property. So some big conversations there we've been receiving a lot of feedback on. Also excited for a couple of resolutions moving forward that are transferring funds and supporting a couple of community nonprofits, specifically the Kohala Food Hub and Kohala Cares from the District 9 office. So appreciate any sort of feedback on those items there. We also last week really kind of started diving into the general plan review at the council level. We met on Tuesday, really talking about the introductory chapter and the chapter on biocultural stewardship. There's an opportunity there for better connectivity between those objectives, the policies within, and then those action steps. So looking forward to seeing how we can kind of marry those up a little bit better going forward. The next opportunity for the general plan that we'll be discussing at council, these are special committee meetings. So we're holding one on Wednesday, August 20th at 5 p.m. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about chapter 3, which is a chapter on climate change. So I encourage you to submit testimony on any of these items that come before council. You're welcome to use that email address, counciltestimony@hawaiicounty.gov. Your written testimony is due at 12 noon on the business day prior to that item. Otherwise, your oral testimony will be given as well at council chambers or one of our remote testimony sites. You can even request an option to attend virtually by sending an email request to councilremotetestimony@hawaiicounty.gov. Your voice is important, so thank you for taking the time to submit testimony on these items before council. In other community events, we have some ongoing road paving and road work across the district. In Waimea, still some ongoing striping efforts from Lindsay Road to Lalumila Farm Road. And then, of course, out by the Daniel K. Noe intersection, some ongoing striping efforts there. Up on Kohala Mountain Road, ongoing tree trimming and shoulder work. Out along Okonepuli Highway, we have, especially in the Mahukona area, there's some grass cutting, tree trimming, and other shoulder work happening there. Up on Hawi Road, some other ongoing tree trimming and shoulder work there. Also had our office here, District 9 office, received requests and working through those requests in partnership with the Department of Public Works with regards to speed humps across the district and in certain community areas. So working through those with community to bring those forward and meeting those requests with the department. We're still under that voluntary compliance order for the coconut rhinoceros beetle. So please help our communities and our neighbors with that voluntary compliance order. Really stop the movement of host materials for coconut rhinoceros beetles in the district here. So that quarantine area is from Waikoloa Road to Palani Road. Remember that all your green waste should be taken to either the West Hawaii Organics facility or the Kealikehi transfer station. Tomorrow, Tuesday, August 5th, from 8 to 10, be an opportunity to engage with our police department and our community policing officers down at the Queens Marketplace at Island Gourmet. So take your questions there. A great opportunity to ask some questions and learn about the work that they do in our community. On Thursday, the Waimea Community Association is holding their monthly town meeting. It'll be at Parker School Theater this time, 5:30. They're really going to their back to school effort, talking to all the community and school partners about as our students and our keiki go back to school. On this weekend, this Saturday, there's a couple of community work days, one being one at Kahua Pa'amua. The RSVP is requested for this event, and that's on Saturday. So some more information out there online and posted on socials about that. There's also a naloxone or Narcan giveaway here in Waimea at the KTA starting at 10 a.m. Saturday morning. At Kahilu Theater, there's the opening of their new art exhibit as well Saturday, and that's going to kick off at 5 o'clock in the evening. And don't forget that you still can submit your feedback and community insight on the county Laulima survey. So just go to hawaiicounty.gov/Laulima and provide your input. That survey is still open, and it'll be open through the entirety of this month, through the end of August. And with that, I'm honored to serve as your council member. So please reach out if you have any questions. You're welcome to email me at james.hustace@hawaiicounty.gov. You can call our Hilo office at 808-961-8564 or our Waimea office at 808-887-6077. And with that, I want to wish you good health, be well, aloha.